Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to talk about PowerPoint Morph transition tutorial. Myself Mohammed Zubair and this channel is all about showing you how to become a highly paid IT pro really fast. So without any further ado, let's get started. Well, Morph is a transition that we can use in our PowerPoint presentations, and you can find it under the transition tag onto your PowerPoint. Here it is. We can also use this transition with some other ways, but it is a bit of time hectic and it's a bit complicated. I'll show you both of them. So first of all, this is my PowerPoint slide, and in that I'll show you some different things and I'll show you that how you can use Morph transition. So first of all, I'll go to my insert tag and from here I'll insert a picture. I'll go to this device and I'll import the skills build logo. So I'll just double click on it. Here it is. Let me just increase its size. So this is how it looks like now. Now with the help of Morph, what I can do, I can transition it from one place to another and I can also change its size. But first of all, what we need to do, we need to duplicate this slide. So for that purpose, either you can press Ctrl D, or in some PowerPoint versions you can also press Ctrl M, or you can right click on it and go for duplicate slide option. After that, now what you need to do, you just need to slide or you just need to move your logo to the position where you want to keep it. After that, go to your transition tag and click on Morph. And now this is how it looks like. Just click on your preview button once again and it will again show you that how it will have a transition from one place to another. So this is how Morph works. And now I'll show you the second way that we can use in order to have this type of transition, but will not use Morph this time. So first of all, what I'll do, I'll just remove this slide from here and I'll stick with that. So I'll just click on it and this time I'll go to animation section. And if I just expand it further, here we have motion paths. If I just click on it, what it will do, it will move my logo to a certain position. But at the moment, if you see, it is moving it downwards, but I want it to move upwards. So how can I do that? Well, just click on this effect option and from here select the position. I'll go for up and now it will move upward. In case if you want to increase or decrease its size, you can also do so. So just click on it and this time click on add animation button. From here you have different options and one of them is grow shrink. Just click on it and now it will grow or shrink it. And now it's up to you that if you want to shrink it or if you want to grow it. To do so, just click on this effect option and from here select the one as per your liking. I'll go for smaller and now it will decrease its size. But if you see, it is not changing its position from middle to upward. For that purpose, go to your animation pane and right click on your second animation and click on start with previous. And now let's just click on this preview button and this is how it looks like. So now you know the difference between Morph and having animation. And it's pretty obvious that with the animation, we have to go through a lot of steps. But with transition and with Morph, we only have to do one thing and we are good to go. So this was the difference between Morph and animation. Now let's see some other things that we can perform with the help of Morph. And now let's duplicate this slide. And what I'll do, I'll just reposition this in here. I'll remove this animation from here. I'll do the same for the second one. And now we are good to go. So what I'll do, I'll create a scenario in here. First of all, I'll move it towards the left side. And then what I'll do, I'll go to insert option and I'll take a shape. From here, I'll select this one and I'll have it onto the whole of my slide. After that, right click on it and for the fill, I'll go for this particular color that looks like this. After that, I'll have a picture in here. But before that, let's go to insert again and this time I'll go for text box. I'll write here Canada War Memorial. I'll increase its size, I'll go for the bold option and I'll go for the center. And down here I'll have a picture. So I'll go to pictures, this device, and this is the picture that I want to use. I'll decrease its size slightly and after that down here I want to have another text box. So I'll go to text box, I'll paste it in here and I'll write here in service for Canada. And this is how it looks like. Let's increase this size. Let's readjust it. Now for the next slide, what I want to have some of the history about this particular memorial. So for that purpose, what I want to do, I want to duplicate this slide and I want to have some more information in here. But for that purpose and in order to use morph, what we need to do, we need to have all of the content in here. So let me just decrease the size in here, and in here I'll go for insert option, I'll go for pictures, and this time I'll select second one. This is the second one that I want to use. So what I'll do, I'll just decrease its size, I'll keep it towards the right side of my slide, and after that I'll go to insert option and I'll go to text box, and here I'll use a text box, and in that I'll have some of the content about the history of this particular memorial. Here it is. Let's just change the text size. I'll go for black and let's move it towards this side. After that I want to have another text, so I'll go to text box, I'll use it in here, and in that I'll write history. Let's change its size, and this is how it looks like. Now what we need to do, we need to duplicate this particular slide. So I'll just remove the previous one and I'll just right click on it and I'll go for duplicate slide. And on this slide, what I want to remove everything from here, and I want all of this content to appear on my slide with the morph transition. So for that purpose, what you need to do, you need to move it outside of your slide. I'll do the same for this picture. I'll do the same for this text as well. Now I'll slide this text at the top of my slide or at the top of my section, and then I'll have the history in here. Let's change its size. After that I'll move my picture in here, so let's increase its size as well. So this is how it's gonna look like. Now I'll go to my transition and now I'll click on morph, and this is how it's gonna look like. So you can see that this transition will work like this. So let's go back to the first slide, and from here let's go to the presentation mode. I'll go to presentation mode, I'll go to the next slide, and this is how it's gonna move. Again press your arrow key and this will be your second slide. If you press your arrow key once again, this will have a change slightly, and this is how it's gonna look like. On the next slide, I want to have 3 facts about this memorial. So I'll just get out of my presentation mode and I'll duplicate this slide, and in that slide I'll remove everything. I'll remove this picture, I'll remove this text, I'll remove this text as well, and in that I'll change the text. I'll write here 3 facts about memorial. Let me change the size of text box, and I think that's okay. After that I'll remove this one and I'll remove this one as well. Okay, let's keep it because we need text boxes. So what I'll do, I'll select everything from here, I'll remove it, and I'll change the size of this text box. This looks much better, and now I'll just copy it, I'll paste it, I'll move it towards this side. Let's paste it one more time and let's use it right in here. After that I want to have a shape, so for that I'll go to shape section and I'll click on this oval. I'll just paste it in here, and for its color I'll right click on it and I'll go for fill. And in terms of filling it, I can go for any particular color. I'll go for this one. After that I'll right click on it and I'll go for edit text. I'll write here 1, I'll just copy it and paste it, and for the second one I'll write here 2, and for the third one I'll write here 3. So let me just remove this one. Here it is, and I'll use it like this 1, 2, and I'll move it towards this side. So this is how it's gonna look like. So for the facts, I'll enter the content in all of these facts and then I'll get back to you. So these are the 3 facts that I want to show. This is the first one, second one, and third one. And I want to have transition for all these 3. For example, on the same slide, first of all, I want to show this one with bold text, then second one, then third one. But when I want to see second one, it should appear on the place of first, and first should move towards the second one. And I want to do the same for the third fact. So for that purpose, what we need to do, we need to duplicate this slide 3 times. So we are done here. And now for the second slide, what I'll do, I'll select the text box and I'll select this one and I'll move both of these. After that, I'll select this one and I'll select this text box and I will move these on the place of 1. Now I'll increase the size, or you can say text size. I'll increase its size in here. Let's go for 28. And for that, I think we have to increase the width. I think we are good to go now. I'll go for bold, and in terms of this text box and this shape, I'll select both of these and I'll place it on the place of the second fact. Now in terms of the text, I'll get out of bold text, I'll decrease the size and I'll go back to the default one, which was 16. So we are done with the second one and now we are left with the third one. So for that purpose, we'll move towards the next slide. For next one, I'll select both of these. I'll move it towards the right side. And now let's select third one and its text box. After that, I'll move both of them in the center and let's increase the text size for our third fact. Let me increase the text size. So I'll just increase it. I'll go for 28. And for that, I have to increase the width of it. And now let's go for bold. And now let's select this text box and its shape, drag both of them onto your slide and let's decrease the text size. So I'll just select the text, I'll decrease the size, I'll go for 16, get out of bold text, and I think we should align both of these. So I'll just drag it a little bit downward and now they are aligned. And now we are good to go. And now for the last animation, I want 2 on its original place, 1 in the middle and 3 on the most right side. So I'll go to the next slide and I'll do that. So how can I do so? So I'll just do that and I'll get back to you. So this is how it's gonna look like originally. So let's go back on the slide number 4 and let's go for the presentation mode. And now if I press my arrow key, now we have second fact in front of us. Now we'll have third one. And now if I press arrow key one more time, all of them will go back to their original places. And this is how it looks like at the end. Now let's have another example that how we can apply this effect. So for that, I'll just duplicate this slide. I'll remove everything from here, and now on that slide I will include the map of this particular war memorial. So I'll go to insert pictures, go to this device and I'll go for the picture and here it is. Let me just decrease the size of my PowerPoint and I'll place it right onto my slide. After that we'll duplicate it and this time I'll increase its size and I'll keep this particular point as my focus point. So let me just increase the size furthermore, and with the help of morph transition, this will be highlighted, or you can say this will be our focal point. And now I think we are good to go. So let's just apply morph on it. And this is how it's gonna look like. So let's go back from the first slide and let's see how our presentation looks like. Let's go for presentation mode. This is our first slide. This will be our second. And here we'll have a transition. And then we'll have our effects. This is the first one. This is the second one. This will be our third one. And now we'll have everything at their original places. And now we'll have the map. And now if I press my arrow key one more time, what it will do, it will point out to this particular location. And that was all about the morph transition. And that also brings me to the end of this particular video. I hope now you have an idea that what morph transition is, how we can use it, and what are the different things this particular transition can perform and how it can save us a lot of time, as instead of going for animation, we should go for morph transition. So I hope now that you must have liked watching this one. If that is the case, do leave a like, subscribe and press the bell icon. I'll get back to you in the next video. Till then, take care.